Okay, for this video we're going to go through the iPod station, which is the bottom of page 162. So the first thing you always do is you draw your three boxes to fit your views inside. So with this question here, you can see the elevation is clearly pointing towards the right of the page. The end view is going to be pointing towards the left, and the plan always goes below the elevation. So we never have it usually touching the top of the page. So when we add the total heights, it is 140. I'm going to go down roughly 160 mil to leave a 20 mil gap from the top of the page. And then I'm going to come in roughly about 20 mil then from my right hand side. So the object is 140 tall, and the width of the docking station is a total of 130. So this box I've now drawn here, that is going to fit my elevation. As always, the plan goes below the elevation, so we keep our widths always stay the same. We put a gap in between, so such as about 20 mil, and the next measurement then for the plan, we're looking this time at our width and our depth. So we're no longer looking at the height of the object, and the depth of the object is 20 plus 40 plus 20, which gives us a total of 80 mil. To get the box for our end view, we go off at 45 degrees then from our two bottom corners. So from there and from there, and in our end view we deal with two measurements as well. We deal with the height of the object, which we get from our elevation, and we deal with the depth of the object, which we get from our plan. And there we have our three boxes. So for the elevation, I'm going to start with the lower part of the docking station, which is a total of 130 width, and we go up 20 mil up to where that kind of shelf part is that sits on it. And the outline of that box is completely heavy. And then we have a circular button on the front, which fits exactly within the height. So it's a total height of 20. We go 10 mil for the radius, which is our halfway point. So 10 mil up, light line across, and we go across to the very centre. So if it's 130 in width, we go 65 mil across. And we then use our compass to draw a radius 10 circle within that. So if you're ever unsure about measurements, you can always use your calculator then to work it out. So if you wanted to figure out something that's divided by 2. So that's the bottom half. After that then, the two sides, they go up a total of 50 from the ground. So from the ground I measure up 50. I'm going to take this across lightly for now because I have to draw in where the iPod is going to go. And the width in total for the iPod is going to be 60 mil. So to go equal distances both sides, I'm going to go out 30 to the left and 30 to the right. And the height of the iPod goes all the way to the very top. So it goes all the way up to hit the top of the 140. And then for the button on the bottom, it's up 25. And then the radius of it is going to be 20. So this time I take my compass, I set it to be 20 mil. And I draw a radius 20, like that there. And then the screen just above that, it's down 10 from the top, and it's also going to be in 10 each side. 10 there, 10 there. I take them lightly down for now, and for the height of the screen in total it is 60. And now that I have that marked off, I can draw that in heavy. Also, the top corners have been rounded slightly as well, so they're rounded to a radius of 10 mil. So I get my compass and I take off the two corners there and there. I just go over it a bit more heavier with my pencil there. And then I have the last line to draw in is for black. It goes all the way across here, and then it's going to be hidden detail all the way across there, and then my sides go down heavy there and there. And that is my elevation now drawn. So for the plan then, we're going to draw the object looking down on top. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take all of our widths straight down into our plan. We get our depths from our drawing. It goes 20, 40, and then 20. And we can mark that like this. Here, the whole outline of it is going to be heavy. So all the outsides are heavy all the way around. And then what I'm going to draw next is the position of where the iPod goes. So the iPod is back 20, which is here. And the thickness of the iPod in the question we're told is 10. So I can take that 10 mil there and draw the rectangle that represents the top of the iPod when I look down on it. And then that's that little shelf area that's taken out then, those two lines there, they represent these two lines coming out here. Now there's a channel taken through it underneath, so we would represent that with hidden detail all the way there and all the way there. And then we have to take down the corners of our phone or the iPod where it's rounded, and we always draw them in as well. And that is going to be our plan. The last part then is going to be our end view. So we take all our lines up at 45 degrees, and any line that isn't touching the side of it, for example the front of the iPod, that goes across and up at 45, and then where they hit the ground of our end view, we take them all straight up, and our heights, as always, go straight across. And then our end view is going to be our side.
Attention please. Could Lucy Ryan please make her way to the front office with her bag? That's Lucy Ryan. Thank you.
And then we have that little part that comes up. It goes up 10 mil, where we got our hidden detail. It goes across our 40, back down, across, up our 20, and that slopes back there. And then our iPod goes all the way to the top, and where we can't see it here, it's going to be hidden detail to there, hidden detail out to our 10, and hidden detail up to there. And then that is our end view, and the last little bit is just this line going across here to represent that hidden detail in our elevation. And that is our elevation plan and end view complete.